Yo, what's going on, y'all? We out here with another reaction. There's no face cam today, but today is proof on that Fresh and Fit podcast is not frauds and that they actually are giving game, they're giving authentic content, and they are not frauds on the platform. I'm here to simply add some coal to the fire that is a controversial topic. Everybody seems to believe that this podcast is full of frauds and fraudulent acts, and they're not really helping people, and they're in a way scamming to make money. And I'm here to basically give my breakdown on the fact that that's not true and that they are being transparent. Have they made mistakes? Absolutely. Have they said some things that are questionable? Okay, yeah. But you live and you learn. So we're going to go through each of these parts and we're going to see what happens. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it looks like, at least from my point of view, and then you guys can have your own point of view at the end. So let's go.
Anaquin Fitness.
Anaquin Fitness. Let's do this. Okay.
Chris, can you start getting that ready?
Yeah.
And you want to talk about how you guys even started conversating?
So in this conversation, this is about a content creator that they collabed with, and the rumor has it that they had to leverage either their status in the podcast to gain access to her sexually, or they had to pay. And this is a conversation because people are saying, how are you going to preach genuine affection and tell guys, yo, if she's not genuinely into you, don't even go for it, but yet you're doing these type of things. So now this is what they're addressing, this is what they're speaking on, and this is how they plan to defend themselves against those accusations.
Okay, guys. So me and Anna know each other because we are in the same online fitness coaching mastermind. Okay, and we both did pretty well, and we knew each other through that program. So we had a mutual friend. I had them reach out to her to do a class. So I'm going to show you guys
From the beginning.
From the beginning. All right. So because the thing is that she only showed part of the conversation. As a matter of fact, let's play her video, Chris.
Okay.
And let me add this, guys. As a fellow content creator, being called a fraud or being told that your content isn't what it's led to be is very detrimental to the brand and very detrimental to the person who's created the brand, because you're basically getting discounted for all the work that you've put in. And the reason why this is important to me and why I support Fresh and Fit, even though they have these accusations above them, is because I can definitely see when someone is faking their content or when someone is taking the easy route to excel in the YouTube platform. I've been on YouTube now for 5 years. Not the longest time, but it's a pretty long time, and and I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of creators who have done fraudulent acts and who have a fraudulent brand, and I've seen how they conduct themselves and what they do and don't do. And let me just say, guys, that is not how Fresh and Fit conduct themselves. That's not how they move. They're very transparent. They make entire live streams clearing their name, answering questions, showing proof of these accusations. Now, do they do in a way to where they can get the most from it and get the most amount of viewership and the most amount of monetization value? Sure, but that's just a smart business plan. And I don't think people really understand that at the end of the day, having a YouTube brand is a business first. And if you're going to have a business, you're always going to think, how can I grow the brand and make this a positive? How can I turn the negative into a positive? So I want you guys to stick with me. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I want you guys to really listen closely and think, if they were frauds and they were liars and they were trying to cheat the system, would they really put in all this extra time and effort to clear their name, or would they just not address it at all and continue making, progress?
1 second.
Give it 1 second, guys. Chris is pulling it up. He has so many things behind there that he has probably like 100 pieces of content back there, guys. That's why he's pulling it up. It's tough.
So a whole lot.
Yeah. So let's pull up her video.
Right
Yeah, that one right there. Play that video.
Yeah, 1 second.
What's up, y'all?
Okay, so let's go.
The truth shall set you free.
Yeah, so let's look at her video real fast.
1 second.
Okay, let's go to 551. So she breaks down the conversation, right? Or we could play it from the beginning with what she says for the conversation. We're gonna go all the way with this
My
one.
name's Anna Quinn. I just wanted to take a minute to make a quick video about the whole Fresh and Fit situation, just give you guys an update. And also, I never really made a video to explain what happened and share the truth and the facts
Pause.
on my own page. So
Now, guys, mind you, this interaction took place June 3rd. Why is she waiting to now to talk about this? Okay?
Let me add in. So I know people are gonna watch this and say, "Oh, she probably did it just because she's so busy and she meant to get to it sooner." Understand this, guys. People on YouTube are very, very aware of time. They're very aware of how valuable time is, and they're aware of how valuable timing is. So when they're making a video, or when they made a video and posted it, there's never ever going to be a time that they're like, "Oh, let me just post this now. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant." Because relevancy is extremely important in the YouTube algorithm and in YouTube as a whole for creating and building your own brand. So this woman decides to make a video basically saying that there are frauds, but she's waited to a time span in which she sees that they're kind of growing exponentially with their brand. This was before Fresh and Fit even hit 100K. So this is very, very early into their brand. Why would she do that? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. If I'm a small creator and I want to build my brand off of someone else's name, I'm not going to post a video when they're small. I'm going to wait until they're gaining traction slowly over time, and I'm going to post then, so that the more that their channel grows, my channel will also be put inside of either the suggested bar or underneath their video. So everything has a reason to it. Now, do I believe that that's what everybody does? No. But that's definitely what it's looking like this woman did, and she's trying to kind of use their platform and their popularity to her advantage by saying these things that which she ultimately already believed. She already thought these things. She already had these belief systems about Fresh and Fit in the podcast. So why would she wait months down the line to make this specific video, basically trashing the credibility? Why would she do that?
She could have just ignored it and kept it moving, because she already did a podcast interview prior to this explaining this. Let's continue.
I want to make this quick. I want to make it clear so you have all the evidence in front of you. And I just want to share what's going on, because this is someone who claims to be a male self-improvement podcast, the top, the best, and they have over 400,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I didn't know until I looked into. And they are creating a culture of hateful,
Just downgrade the quality, Chris.
mean,
We're gonna download the quality. I don't know why, guys, on StreamYard it plays so.
Yeah, it's like,
It slows like that.
I'm not going to continue commenting, but they're
But just pay attention to the audio.
creating a disgusting culture of men who treat women
Okay, so she's making allegations that we're creating a disgusting culture. Bear with us, guys. I don't know why.
like crap. And so I'm taking a stand and I'm sharing.
Probably Twitch, man.
Yeah, it might be Twitch. If you got to close Twitch,
Because
okay.
I can. So
you might have to refresh.
what happened, I will be providing evidence.
There we go.
Okay.
Let me scooch over so when I edit it can be here. Basically, Myron reached out to me. He is half of Fresh and Fit. I think he's fresh, but I don't think he's fresh. I think his name is Fresh on the podcast. But he reached out to me and wanted to do a podcast, or wanted me to collaborate with him for a show. At the time, I don't know what his following is now, but he had like 10,000 followers on Instagram. I have had at that time around like 42,000, 40,000, something like that.
Pay attention to that, guys. That 42,000 is going to be very significant later, that she has a big following like that, okay, on Instagram. Let's continue.
And so I didn't respond to the DM, to be honest. Then one of my friends, who I'm going to leave anonymous right now, just because I haven't discussed with him whether or not I can share his identity, told me, hey, one of my boys reached out to you, wants to film some content with you. He has a really popular channel, so you should do it. So I actually responded to the DM and I was like, hey, what's up? He said, let's do a collab. I was like, okay, cool. I was actually planning a trip to Miami. So I told him, like, this is what I'm going to be in Miami. I wasn't going to pay to come out to be on his show. And I hadn't even looked into his show. I just kind of went off of the friend's recommendation. So Myron and I went back and forth. I'm just going to pull up the text so I don't say anything that's not true. He asked me when the soonest I was going to be out there is. I told him that I was planning on being there Friday. He said he wasn't going to be available then. And then he asked me a relationship question. For some reason, I did not see that or that part of the message, or I was busy or whatever. So I said, do you want to make it happen, or should I plan for next week? And he said it'd have to be next week. So we're just discussing logistics. I answered his question, said, I'm not dating anyone right now. Dated someone a couple months last year, but before that I was single and I love talking on that topic. He said, oh, okay, cool. I'm up for that. I'm not going to do anything platonic with you, just being honest. And I thought he was reaching out for a collaboration because we're both well-known in the fitness industry. And my Instagram following is larger than his. So at the time, I still didn't know he had a 400, him and his partner have a $400,000 subscriber YouTube page. But I have been approached about collaborations before. And so since I was going to be out there, I was down to do it. So when he said, I'm not trying to do anything platonic with you, it was completely left field for me because I was only thinking we were going to do some kind of fitness related content collab. And he said, no problem. I collab directly with girls I date. No pressure though. And I was like, so if we aren't dating, you don't want to collab.
So dating is much different than bang me or else you come on the show. You know what I'm saying? Which is what she was trying to insinuate, because in her video, she says, oh, Myron bribes girls to get on the show to have, she goes, bribing women with collaboration for sex is what she's saying. So I basically tell her, hey, just so you know, we're going to work together, but I'm not trying to make this platonic at all. I'm being upfront and direct with her.
Guys, on the show, what do we say all the time? If you're going to talk to a girl, let her know the exact intention.
Upfront.
Don't waste time.
This woman is in California, guys.
Yep.
Okay? I'm in Miami. Let's continue.
Collab? Because he's never even asked me on a date.
All right, so let me jump in here. To people who aren't aware of how Myron conducts himself, this can look bad for the brand. I understand. This doesn't look too good. A female reading this from a female perspective would definitely take it the way this woman has. But you have to understand, and this is where I'm clarifying. He's saying, I don't normally allow women on the podcast at this stage unless we are dating or we have some type of non-platonic relationship. And I understand why. Because he does not want to give clout. He does not want to give the attention. He does not want to give potential money to someone who he does not have a in-depth relationship with. Why would he have random girls be the main guest on the show? And there's a difference. They have side chicks and they have girls from the street come on, but they're not the main guest on the show. They had planned to make her the main guest on the show so she could promote her brand, promote what she's talking about. And instead she took it as, oh, give me sex or I'm not coming, or you can't come on the podcast, which isn't correct. That's just an assumption. And I think that Fresh and Fit are going to go into this a little bit more.
Date.
Point. So I was like, he said, no, don't mean to be an A.
Oh, the internet.
We're going to fix that.
The internet.
Yeah, it's too much, man. Fucking on.
But we have plenty of women in Miami. And I said, well, same. We have plenty of men here in California. So why would I fly to Miami to date someone who I know nothing about? And he said, simple. Attractive women are common. High value men are not. I'm not going to comment on that yet. No hard feelings, though. I said, you haven't proven to me that you're a high value man. And actually, I know quite a few high value men. I'm not just an attractive woman. I'm an entrepreneur with a 6-figure business and a high profile assets. I'm nothing but common.
So guys, see here how she says
I
this?
say I'm anything but common. No.
So she writes me that paragraph, and then look at the time. Later on in the day, she texts me again at 10 o'clock. Pay attention to the time because she did not acknowledge this at all. So I need you guys to like follow along with the timeline because I'm going to show you guys the full text as well.
Yep.
With a video, not screenshots. That's the difference. Because when you look at this in full context, you start to see what really happened here. Okay? Let's hit play.
No hard feelings and a smiley face. So
Sorry guys for the slowdown. We're just going to play it straight through so we don't have any issues. So I need you guys to make some notes because she's going to make allegations that I lied about her trying to destroy the business.
Yeah.
She's going to make allegations
that
that
I screenshotted.
that I doxed her, and she's also going to make an allegation that I'm a liar and a bully. So we're going to play it so we could get her full side, but just keep in mind those are the allegations she's going to make, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll just play it so we don't hit any more slowdown. We apologize for that, guys. For some weird reason,
Now I want you guys to think about this. Why, if someone is being accused of being a fraud and it's true, why would they go in depth to the opposing side, listen to their side completely, break it down to the point where even a 3-year-old can understand the context, and then bring it back to their own platform for their own fans and their own supporters to see, to potentially realize that they're frauds? Why would someone do that? Unless they know for a fact that they're not a fraud and they can prove it, right? This is my thing. I'm all for calling out fake influencers and fake frauds and fake gurus. I'm all for it. I think that is actually needed on the internet because there's no sense of regulation. But I think that there is a very thin line between calling someone out that's a fraud and calling someone out that you don't agree with how they say things, right? And I think that that's what this woman has done. She doesn't like the way he kind of said and how upfront he was being with her, and so she interpreted and kind of spinned it in her own way, not only so that she could make content on it, but in a way that she could devalue the brand, in which I'm not a fan of. I don't think that anyone should conduct themselves in that way, especially if you're a 6-figure entrepreneur with your own businesses. But that's just me. I'm going to continue doing this. We're going to have multiple parts to this. You guys are going to get the link in the description. If you guys want part 2 to this, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If we get 100 likes on this video, part 2 will come out.
And we're linked to Twitch. It does this. Okay, let's go, Chris.
Conversation, blocked out his name, and I posted on my story.
It's like buffering right now.
You think just play it, Chris?
Refresh again, Chris, and then
What's
Yeah, we're
up,
gonna
y'all?
play
My name's
straight through
Anna
for you guys.
Plan.
We're
I
gonna
just
play
wanted to
straight
take a
through.
minute to make a quick video.
Okay.
Shotted our conversation, blocked out his name,
We're not going to stop it again, guys.
and I posted on my story because I was shocked at this point that someone would use their business, their show, to try to get women, and they think that that would work. And I was also shocked that he said that attractive women are common and high value men are not, when it's just like he dismissed me as an attractive woman but not a high value man, or not a high value woman. And you know, I don't know anything about this guy, so for him to tell me that he's this high value man when you're having to use your show to get women, high value men don't have to use their show and clout to get women, for the record. Anyway, so I posted anonymously and I said, high value men don't talk the way that you did. I have 75 people on my story. I posted a poll and I was like, am I tripping or is this crazy? I forget exactly what I said, but I had so many people voting. Oh my gosh, like this is insane. And so I said, I have 75 people on my story who voted. I can't believe what you said. The comments are insane. Not one person has your side or thinks your approach is appropriate. You're tripping. And I was using emoji faces laughing. I said, maybe you should have me on your podcast so I can teach you how to talk to women. And I sent the screenshots. Then he responded to the screenshots that I sent and said, I'm just being honest and stand by it. I'm not collaborating with you unless we have sex. You have had sex with a bunch of dudes I know and aren't special. You could have just said no and kept it moving, but you're clearly in your feelings going through all that effort with a poll, etc. Go ahead and screenshot the conversation of clout chase. I don't care what 75 Simp said in your story to White Knight. The difference is I say what I want and don't care what you think they do. So at this point, this is where Myron lied and told everyone that I started threatening him.
And she blurted out my name. And then she sent me a DM saying, like, you should probably rethink how you talk to women, blah, 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 trying to shame me and say, like, I can expose you. She's like, I'll expose you. I was like, do it, bitch. Like, go ahead. Like,
I started threatening his business and threatening to expose him.
yeah. And she made threats like, oh, I'm gonna, like,
I have proof of this. Watch.
It'll be bad for your business. I said, do it. I'll share. I'll help you. You know what I'm saying?
None of this happened. You can see in the DMs that was just a blatant lie.
I was like, we're gonna smash. She didn't like that. She tried to be like, oh, well, that's your asshole move. Okay, you want me to lie to you and then like try to be on this other bullshit?
Another blatant lie from Myron. I defended myself, told him I haven't slept with a bunch of guys. I said that he is a terrible representation of his podcast and his business, and that I would be happy to put him on blast. I told him he has an opportunity to influence men and make a positive impact, and the example he's setting is trash. I pity any woman who falls for this stupid scheme to fly out to see you and sleep with you for a week promo on your YouTube channel. And then he said, all you'll do is cement my reputation, blah, blah, blah. You don't like it. That's not my problem. Unfortunately, I am who I am. I don't have to worry about an image. And that's the end of the conversation. Well, there was like one more response. And I said, unless you were there, you don't know anything about the men that I've been with. Unfortunately for women everywhere, you are who you say you are, and that's pathetic. And then I blocked him. So a couple things. Myron has been lying to everyone, saying, one, I was threatening to expose him, threatening to ruin his business. Obviously, you can see from the proof that's not true. A lot of his following is under the impression that I was trying to get on his show or asking to be on his show. Again, you can see from the screenshots, that's not the truth. I didn't even know anything about his show, which again, that's a lesson I learned. Don't agree to come on a show unless you've actually researched the show. I was just going off of a mutual friend's recommendation because that's a pretty good friend. But and he felt terrible about it and apologized once he saw. But the reason why I'm speaking about it now, and I wanted to make a video then and explain what was going on, but I decided to just not give any more attention to it. But I'm making a video about it now because I'm getting harassed and bullied daily by his following and by his people. Myron told the guys on the podcast told everyone to put my Instagram handle in their bio or in their little messenger. Or I don't know how YouTube videos work like that.
Stuff. And then she blocked me because she was like, oh, okay, this dude, I can't hurt him by trying to embarrass him. Like,
what's her Instagram again? It goes something like
Anna Quinn Fitness.
Oh,
there you go. Anna Quinn Fitness. Y'all want to roast her? I don't care.
Yeah.
She wanted to smoke. Okay. Now you got to deal with that. Now you got to get embarrassed and look stupid and all this other shit.
Someone put her Instagram in the chat.
Can we see her Instagram real quick?
It might have been me.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you want to pull it up?
I would love to see her Instagram. Be honest with you.
I don't even want to give her that.
I thought it was fresh and fit.
Wait, you know what?
That's what
They put my Instagram on their show so that people could go mess with me, and they told the lies about what they're claiming happened, and that is not the truth. So not only is this guy lying to everyone, but he's claiming to be a male self-improvement expert and the leading show for male self-improvement, but the culture that he is raising is gross and disgusting. These are bullies. I get at least 5 messages a day of people telling me I'm a whore, telling me to go kill myself, people commenting on my pregnancy announcement video, telling me I've been sleeping around, just awful comments. And here's the thing. Not a lot of people, only the people close to me know the real situation of what's going on with me and the father of this child.
Okay, pause.
But the truth is, I can't talk about it because
Okay, so we played it in full.
All right, guys. This is where I'm going to wrap the video up. You guys can have your own opinions and put them in the comment section. Let me hear your thoughts. Share it amongst each other. Part 2 will be coming after this video hits 100 likes. So make sure that y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, and I hope that you guys take everything that I've given you and formulate your own opinions, man. Don't allow someone to say someone's a fraud without actually proving it. All right?